All right, cooperation with other firms. All right, look, even though we list your property, another firm may find the buyer and say, hey, you know, I have a buyer who wants to buy it. And that's totally fine. Now, the way we compensate that firm is we put in this section right here, we actually let them know the percentage of the commission that they are going to receive at closing. So did you know that you pay all the commission? Surprise, you do! Isn't that exciting? I know, not really. But it is negotiable. You can go to the buyer and say, yeah, that's fine. You have to pay your buyer's commission. Because in their agreement, they technically have to if you do not. So, something to know. Now let's get into the firm's duties, okay? This is the nitty-gritty of what we are required to do for you. It's very specific. One of our duties is we will disclose all offers to you. What does that mean? It means it doesn't matter where the offer comes from. We have an obligation to present it to you. It could be from Joe Schmo off the street walking in with a little napkin that says, hey, I'll offer him $150,000 for the property. We have to show it to you. It could be from another broker. One of our duties is we have to show you every offer. Now, what that means is once you sign on the dotted line and accept an offer, we still have to deliver all offers until the sale closes. So be aware, we might keep shipping you offers and sending them to you, even if you're going to close. Now, we're gonna make our best efforts to find you a buyer, but we don't provide any guarantee that we will. Also, disclosure of the material terms of the offer. What that means is that when you receive an offer, you review it, we cannot disclose anything inside that offer to anyone else. Let's say a seller gets an offer for $150,000 and she's like, well, you know, go ahead and just tell everybody that we received an offer for $150,000. That way the other buyers will say, oh, well, I need to offer more. Can't do that. The only way it can be done is if we actually get permission from the buyer who sent in that offer. Then we can tell everybody. But if the buyer is smart, they're not gonna let us do it. Now, disclosure of material facts. Whether you like it or not, if we discover something or we should reasonably know something about the property that could change the buyer's decision, if we find a soft spot in the floor, we gotta disclose it. That's a material fact. If we found out that they're putting a 4-lane highway right behind your house, we have to disclose it because it's a material fact. Anything that would change the buyer's mind. All right, let's talk about other professional services. Okay, you are hiring us solely to be a real estate broker and sell your house. You're not hiring us for any other purpose. What that means is you won't see me cutting a lawn or doing any painting, but we do give referrals to companies that provide those services for you. But at the same time, we are held harmless in this agreement from if we recommend someone and they screw something up. That's something you're gonna have to take up with that contractor. It's also important to understand that this agreement is allowing us to provide a copy to a listing service. Obviously, we're not just gonna post up on Craigslist that we're selling your house. We actually market a lot more effectively than that. And a lot of the multi-listing services require a copy of this agreement, and you are allowing us to give that to them. Another thing that we just recently took away is love letters. Aww. But really, it's a thing that people used to do. When a buyer wanted to buy a house, they would send them a nice fluffy love letter to the seller saying, hey, you know, here's my offer, but, you know, I'm getting for my kids and I want to be in the school district, giving them some other incentive or kind of humanizing the actual offer. We can no longer deliver love letters to you if we receive them from the buyer or the buyer's agent. It's just not something we can do, and it outlines it here. Now, if the buyer is smart, what we do, because I do this all the time when I'm buying properties, is I just hunt down the person's information of who knows it, and I just go ahead and send them a letter directly to them. You could receive some letters like that, it just depends. All right, so that's the outline of the duties that we are obligated to perform for you. If you like this video, go ahead and pop us a like, share it, heck, and subscribe. That way you're up to date on all the future content.